See it? Yeah, it's a little bright. That is just real bright. Okay. I'd like to welcome members of the Stanford Cardinal. To my far left is senior outside hitter Cynthia Barboza. To her right is sophomore outside hitter Alex Kleinman, followed by senior middle blocker Feluca Akinradawo, and then head coach John Dunning. And Coach, if you would get things started with an opening statement, and then we'll open it up for questions first for the student athletes.
I'd just like to say that we are obviously very excited to be here. I think proud of what we've accomplished and how we've grown throughout the season. I know we're all very happy to be representing our institution at the championship here. I know they put on a great event here the last time we were here. It's an amazing facility. I want to congratulate the other three teams that are here on all that they've accomplished to this point. It appears as though we have some history happening this year with Penn State, and that we're all chasing them. They've had an amazing year, and I want to congratulate them on that. But we're all in a hunt chasing down the Lions. So we're looking forward to the tournament starting tomorrow.
Questions for the student athletes?
Gordon Brunskill from the Saturday Daily Times and State College. Cynthia and Alex, if both of you could answer, how do you view what Penn State has put together this season and basically the entire season they've had?
I mean, obviously they've had a great season, and we know they're going to be tough when we play them, but we think that we've improved throughout the season, and we offer something different than we did last year. So we're excited for a rematch, but first we have to go through Texas, so we're not overlooking that.
Yeah, I mean, Penn State's done incredible things this year. 3-0 the entire year is pretty amazing, but really our focus isn't on Penn State right now. If you talk to me in 2 days, maybe, but right now our focus is Texas, 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 and that is about it.
Matt Siegel from KMTV here in Omaha in the back. The rematch, obviously, against Texas, I know is priority number one right now for you. How interesting and ironic is it that you guys are playing them here again, just where you started this season?
All right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's pretty ironic that we started our season here and we're back again. But the team we were before when we played them the first time is completely different from who we are now. I'm sure it's the same for Texas, but like Cynthia and Alex have been saying, we've grown a lot from the start of the season, and we're really excited to play them.
Yeah, they're a good team. They come with a lot of fight and a lot of energy, a lot of fist pumping, and it's fun to play against. So we're really excited. It should be an exciting match.
I mean, I think one thing is just from the start, especially based off of the start of the season that we had, we knew we had to work really hard to get here, harder than we did last year. We had to improve more, and I think we did. I think we came into practice focusing every day that we had to improve, and I think our team did that, and we really came together along the way.
Yeah, we did. We searched a lot to figure out which system to run to, bouncing from the 6-2 back to the 5-1, and I think we really found our team's personality along the way, and I think the chemistry is really rolling with us, so looking forward to Thursday.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Hi, Tony Boone from the Omaha World Herald. I just wanted to ask you, having a player that's from this area, having Gabby be on your squad, how much does that help in an atmosphere like this, knowing, especially since you're playing Texas, that this crowd is probably going to be behind you on a semifinal night?
I mean, I think it helps in to a certain extent having the crowd behind you, but at this point I think it's whatever team's the most prepared. I think that's what it's going to come down to. So, I mean, sure, I mean, it's great if the crowd's cheering for us, but we're really focused on ourselves and how we're going to play in this match.
Yeah, Nebraska's a great place to play. The people love volleyball here. There's a ton of support. And the fans are great fans. They love seeing good volleyball. they're not like evil hexing the team they want to lose. So it's a fun place to play, but in a stadium this big with that many people, it just sounds like background noise. So.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Brian Rosenthal, Lincoln Journal-Star. When you were talking about switching between the 6-2 and the 5-1, what did you eventually settle on? What works best for you right now for somebody who hasn't really seen you play that much this year?
Right now, in the past couple of matches, we've been using the 5-1. I think with both of our setters, we're versatile enough to jump back into the 6-2 if we feel it's necessary or we feel like it could add something to our game, and that's one of the benefits of having used both lineups during the season.
Anything else? All right. We'll let the student athletes leave if they'd like, and then Coach, if you can stick around just for a minute and see if there are any follow-up questions.
Sure.
Thank you, ladies. Go either way. Thank you. Okay. Do we have any questions for the coach back in the back there?
Coach, could you talk about Gabby Ailes, how you recruited her out of the Bellevue area, and what she's meant to your team?
That's a long time ago now in recruiting. I think Gabby had a pretty high level of interest. Her academic nature, very successful in the classroom, saw Stanford as a place that she would be interested in early, and you know, we're very happy to have her. She's always had, it's the first thing that attracted me to her, but she's always had a great attitude, competitive, sacrifice for her team, vocal, energetic, all the things that you want in a libero. And she's just getting better every day that we play because she's driven to that, always wants extra reps. It's great to have her on our team. She really has made a difference for us.
John, you've been here many times before. What's the biggest difference in this Stanford team from last year going into this semifinal?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that when you go through what particularly our seniors, but our juniors as well, have gone through the last couple of years of having great seasons, getting to the final match, having great matches, having lost twice, you know, I think that in itself initially is really disappointing for most people. In the long run, it's educational. It can really help you. And if you do it wrong, it can make the expectations alone can be a burden, can make you focus on the wrong things. And I think for our team, what it's done is help us, because one of the things we realized is that we needed to be better together. They needed to interact better. They needed to care about each other more in order for us to climb the ladder that we wanted to climb to get back here. So we are a significantly different team, partly for having gone through those two experiences. I know they're proud of them, but the rest of the world wants us to think, you know, that's a failure, and it isn't in any way. And you have to learn, I think, the right way from it, and I think we have. They're a pretty darn strong, close-knit group right now. Really proud to see the things that they've accomplished this year.
Any more questions for Coach Dunning? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yep.